Hello class, good morning. Our first topic for the finals is descriptive analytics. In our session for today, we will discuss about data, descriptive statistics, and descriptive analytics. So, from our previous topic in information and data class, I have discussed to you about data, right? So when we say data, these are unprocessed or raw figures, facts, and symbols. And information is the processed data. Okay, data are inputs, right? Inputs of information systems like your enrollment, like our enrollment systems and other information systems. So in here, BASE, or the Business Analytics Society of Educators, defines data as collection of data objects and their attributes. So data objects, collection of data objects. These are data objects. Transaction ID, 123. Okay, single, married, divorce, 125K. These are data objects. So, and their attributes. Okay, so when we say an attribute, these are attributes: transaction ID, refund, marital status, taxable income, and cheat. So an attribute is a property or a characteristic of an object. So say for examples, we have here eye, color of a person, temperature, and etc. So other attributes we have here, transaction ID, refund, marital status, taxable income, cheat. Even F name or first name, L name, what else? Grade. In our enrollment system, attributes are your name, right? Course, what else? Year, enrollment date, college. Okay, so those are fields. In the relational database class, we call them as fields, but we can also call them as attribute. So attribute is also known as variable. Okay, that's right, field. Okay, so just like what I've told you a while back, field in a relational database. So yung relational database na sinasabi ko sa inyo, yung parang ganito, naka-table siya, or it is arranged, or it is structured. Characteristics or feature. So a collection of attributes describe an object. So these are the objects, the content. The content of your attributes are called the object. So object is also known as record. So yun yung sinabi ko noon last time. Record, tuple, or tuple. Point, case, sample, entity, or instance. So those are our object. So object, your name, like for example, Valerie, right? Valerie, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus. So those are collection, or those are objects, or we can call them as record or tuple. Okay, when we say attribute values, these are numbers or numbers or symbols assigned to an attribute. Okay, so those are attribute values. Distinction between attributes and attribute values. So some attribute can be mapped to different attribute values. Say for example, height can be measured in feet or meters, right? So 5 feet, for example, or Ma'am RP is a footer. Okay, 5 feet lang yung height ni Ma'am RP. Different attributes can be mapped to the same set of values. Example, attribute values for ID and age are integers. But properties of attribute values can be different. ID has no limit. but age has a maximum and minimum value. So it has different attribute values. So there are different types of attributes. These are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. So nominal, like for example, examples of those nominal numbers are ID numbers, eye color, is it brown, brown eyes, blue eyes, right? And zip codes. So those are nominal. Ordinal naman class, we have examples of example, taste of potato, sweet. The sweetness of potatoes is scale it from 1 to 10. Grades. Grades kapag yung 1.0 is 100 to 97. Okay, so 1.0 na yung grade. So parang meron siyang ranges. Height in tall, medium, and short. Okay, so that is ordinal. Like for example, scale of 1 to 5. Gaano kagwapo si Mr. Puya? Okay. So in a scale of 1 to 5. So that is an ordinal. So interval, we have examples, calendar dates, temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. 36 degrees Celsius, right? So those are examples, calendar dates. Those are intervals. Ratio, example, temperature in Kelvin, length, time, and counts. So the type of an attribute depends on which of the following properties it possesses. So distinctness, distinctness, equal or not equal. Order, less than or greater than, addition or subtraction, multiplication, and division. Nominal value, for the nominal value, it can be equal to, it has distinctness property. Nominal kasi siya, number, right? Less than or equal or not equal. Order or ordinal, yung ordinal attribute naman, distinctness and order. Is it equal or greater than yung value niya or less than? So interval attribute naman, distinctness and order and addition. So it can be the three of those properties. And ratio attribute all the four attributes. So yung interval kanina, yung calendar dates, is it equal to the 16th day of April, not equal or greater than, or is it less than sa date na yon? So is it 16 below? Okay, that is interval value, distinctness, order, and addition. And ratio attribute all the four properties. So distinctness, order, addition, multiplication, and nominal attribute, ordinal attribute, and interval attribute. So we have here the attribute type, its description, examples, and operations. So we have nominal value. These are the values of a nominal attribute, are just different names. Nominal attributes provide only enough information to distinguish an object from another. So it is just equal or not equal. So zip code. So ano yung zip codes dito? 700. So kapag 2700 is equal to Vigan City, right? Yun yung zip codes ng, or yun yung zip code ng Vigan. Employee ID, employment ID, for example, UNPB C73. So say for example, this is my employment ID. So employee ID UNP C73 is equal to RP Callao. So it shows distinctness or information, enough information to distinguish someone or something. Numbers, eye color, and the sex, the male and female. Okay, the next one. The next one we have the ordinal. So when you say ordinal data, these are the values of an ordinal attribute provides enough information to order objects. So we use less than or greater than. So hardness of minerals, for example, good, better, best. Right? Ano pa yung mga dinadescribe natin in your researches, right? Very unsatisfactory to satisfactory, right? So it has the hardness or the hardness, good, better, best, grades, street numbers. So we can use the operations like median, percentiles, rank, correlation, run, test, and sign test. So it uses greater, less than, or greater than. So for interval attributes, the differences between values are meaningful. Like for example, a unit of measurement exists. So addition and subtraction. Calendar dates, temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Okay. So we can use operations like mean, standard deviation, Pearson's correlation, and F-test. And for ratio variables, both differences and ratios are meaningful. Temperature in Kelvin, monetary quantities count age, mass, length, electrical current. And geometric mean, harmonic mean, percent variation. So those are the attribute type, the nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Okay, so we have here discrete and continuous attributes. So they say that discrete attribute, it has only a finite set of values. So finite siya. So ano na natin kung ano yung value na yon. Walang hanggan. Ay parang may hangganan yung finite set. Okay, so we have here zip codes, counts, or the set of words in a collection of documents. Okay, so say for example, document 1 has this set of words like false, right? Adventures. What else? Adventures, false. What are other things that is related to false? Adventures. We have also water. Water adventure. Okay, so these are the sets of words which is connected to the document 1 false. So say for example, yung document 1 natin is about Kaparkan Falls. Okay, so that is, it has a set of values. So often represented as integer variables. And binary attributes, etong ginawa natin, hindi siya integer values, kundi categorical. So note, binary attributes are special case of discrete attributes. So we have here another continuous attributes. So it has real numbers as attribute values. Example, temperature, height, or weight. So real numbers. Practically, real values can only be measured and represented using a finite numbers of digits. Continuous attributes are typically represented as floating point variables. Okay, so those are continuous variables. Ito naman, these are finite. Yung exact na, yun na yung value. Okay, so types of data set, we have record, the data matrix. So when say data matrix, so naka-table siya, parang ganyan. Yung data matrix. Document data, transaction data, we have also the World Wide Web. for the graph, molecular structures, ordered data, spatial, temporal, sequential, genetic, and time series, yung data natin. So record data, these are example of record data. Data that consists of a collection of records, each of which consists of a fixed set of attributes. So we have here the record data. So this is an example of a record data. Record data about transactions. Okay, transactions of siguro employee. So taxable income. 125K yung income niya. So, not taxable income. 100K. Okay? Siguro ano to, for, is it mangungutang or hindi? Mag-cheat or not? Okay, data matrix. Ito naman yung example ng data matrix. If data objects have the same fixed set of numeric attributes, then the data objects can be thought of as points in a multi-dimensional space where each dimension represents a distinct attribute. Such data can be represented by an M by N matrix. So, ito siya pag ganyan. Where there are M rows and N columns. So, columns and rows and columns, one for each attribute. So this one is a document data. Each document becomes a term vector. So yung document 1, yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung team, yung word na team, ilang beses siyang, ano yung frequency niya na nabanggit doon sa document 3. Sa document 2 and document 3. So document 1 and document 3. So sa document 1, nabanggit siya as in tatlo, right? 3 times na nabanggit si team doon sa document 1. So parang nakaano siya, term vector. So each term is a component attribute. So ito yung mga fields, these are the attributes. Attribute yung tawag dito, or fields. And the value of each component is the number of times the corresponding term occurs in the document. So, ilang times na nabanggit yung word na play doon sa document 1. Okay, so ganyan. Yung document data. So, transaction data. It is a special type of record data where each record transaction involves a set of items. For example, consider a grocery store. The set of products purchased by a customer during one shopping trip constitute a transaction, while the individual products that were purchased are the items. Okay, so these are the items, bread, Coke, milk, and the transaction ID. So those are transactional data. Graph data. So this is a graph data. HTML links. So this is being used in programming. So yung graph data natin. So ganito yung HTML links. And then this is a generic data. So ordered, sequences of transaction. Okay, element A, B, D, and C. Okay, time series. Yung data natin, 2001. So quarter 1, ilan yung sales? For example, let us assume that these are sales. Or these are sales. So magpo-forecast siya kung sa first quarter next year, tataas ba yung sales nila or not. So these are time series data. So depende sa time or the month or year, yung time series data natin. So spatio-temporal data, this is being used in pag-asa, right? When there is a bagyo or typhoon. So average monthly, pero ito, average monthly in this case, Yung monthly temperature, land and ocean. Siguro yung red na yun yung pinakamainit na part. Right? Pinakamainit. So, yung January, February, okay. Dito yung pinakamainit and then pinakamalamig doon sa part. So, that is spatio-temporal data. Genomic, these are ordered data. Okay? So, that is the different types of data. So next meeting class, I will discuss to you about mining this data descriptive statistics. So descriptive statistics, sample population, descriptive statistics, and of course the data summarization, which are the mean, median, mode. Okay, mean, median, mode. Class. So I will discuss it to you next meeting, the data summarization and about descriptive statistics.